Hi folks, my name's Greg McLawson. I'm an immigration attorney here in Washington State and one of the volunteers behind Airport Lawyer. We're a web-based application that helps immigrants, refugees, and other travelers connect with volunteer attorneys at U.S. airports. I want to walk through a real quick demonstration of how our web application works. Hopefully this will be helpful to attorneys who are using our application at airports around the country. So a user will arrive at our web application on this landing page, which is airportlawyer.org. We're planning to roll out Arabic, Somali, and Farsi versions of the landing page within the next 24 to 48 hours. The page is designed to be accessed by either a traveler herself or by a family or community member who knows that the individual will be arriving at a U.S. airport. To get started, the user simply clicks on one of the Get Help Now buttons. You'll see there's one here up in the corner of the page, and on other pages in the website, you'll also find additional buttons. When they click on this button, they're redirected to a different secure server that's hosted by our partners, Neota Logic, a software company out of New York City. So once they have gotten into this user space, they're now on Neota's secure servers. The user is first asked to click through a short disclaimer explaining that Airport Lawyer is not a law firm and that no attorney-client relationship is created by using our application. By accepting the terms, the user is then redirected to a short questionnaire that collects the information we want to be able to pass along to one of our volunteer attorney community partners. The only required fields here are the passenger's name and date of arrival. A drop-down menu selects which airport the individual will be arriving at. We're adding additional airports all the time. Tampa will be added here momentarily. And then additional information that will help the lawyer on the ground communicate with CBP if needed about this individual. So I'll just click over here to another tab where I've already filled out some sample information. Here we have somebody arriving at SeaTac Airport from Heathrow. I will note that we hope to roll out a feature later this week perhaps that will allow us to also send a notification to an attorney at the departure city. We've received requests for that feature because a lot of travelers have been experiencing problems on the boarding side of their travel. So we want to be able to connect them with attorneys who can assist at the foreign departure city. So with all of this information filled out, the user just clicks Submit or Next and receives a confirmation that their information will be passed on to one of our volunteer attorney partners. Well, now let's take a look at what happens after that information is sent. Virtually instantaneously, the designated supervisor for that port of entry will receive a notification email. It will look like this. In this case, Tako Yamada is our point of contact for Seattle, Washington, SeaTac Airport, and he'll receive a notification that says, all right, there's an arrival coming at SeaTac Airport, and it assigns a unique arrival ID or case number to that arrival. The supervisor then clicks on the Get More Information and is redirected. Oops, I'll just reload that. And is redirected to this landing page here. The supervisor, when they onboard with our system, first creates a unique password and login information. And once that's set up, they can, when they receive this email, get relocated to the landing page for their airport. Now, there are two different ways that the supervisor is allowed to look at records at their port of entry. Recall that the supervisor just received an arrival ID. So the supervisor can click on Arrival ID enter that ID number, and they're taken immediately to that individual's record. We also wanted to create the ability for a supervisor to log in and scan all arrivals by date. So a supervisor can log into the airport for which they've been given permission, select a date, and view all of the arrivals. In this case, there's only one that have been given for that particular date. They can also download a report so they can easily share that information. We have the ability to add multiple supervisors per given port of entry. So in some cases, you may have a couple different community partners who are staffing an airport, and we can support that, meaning that both supervisors would receive notifications and access to the records for their airport. If you have more questions about how this utility works, or if you'd like to discuss bringing Airport Lawyer to your airport, please go to airportlawyer.org, click on the About page, and you'll find a contact form there.